if it is important to you, you will find a way. If not, you will find an excuse. Hi everyone, I hope you have a lovely day. I'm Iris Blue and I'm a speaker and a coach, and welcome to my YouTube channel, the place to be if you want to learn how to feel beautiful inside and out. Today we're going to talk about excusitis, and this is a term that comes from the book from David Schwartz, The Magic of Thinking Big. It's time for some tough love and for you to stop making excuses. But before we get into it, I want to thank the sponsors of this video.
Very Straw.
It's a company in the Netherlands that makes sure that you start a day with a good choice and not an excuse, but by sending you a smoothie box. In this smoothie box you can find fresh ingredients packed by day, by portion. So you only have to blend it and you have a fresh smoothie every day. It's now 50% off. So if you want to try this out and you're in Netherlands, please give them a shot. The link is in the description box. I personally love them. So what is excusitis? It's the difference between someone who gets the life they want and someone who doesn't. Simply put, successful people don't make excuses. For example, if you think I want to start a new business, you tend to make excuses in your mind why you don't want the dream to come true or why it's not possible for that dream to come true. We all do this. So it could be, I don't have the time to start a new business, or I need the money that I own with my current job, or I'm too old to start with a new career. In the Netherlands we have a fun saying for this, and that is that you only see the bears on the road. And we do have some crazy sayings in the Netherlands, but it means that if you have a road to take, if you have a road to go on, that you only see the obstacles instead of the opportunities or the chances. I'm not saying that the excuses that you make aren't valid. I'm just saying that we tend to stop when we make those excuses and we don't move on with our goal. Personally, I think you should never let your excuses stop you. So to give you an example, when I was in pageantry back when I was 21, so a long time ago, I was in school. I had no money, and if I say no money, people who know my story know this. I really had a hard time even getting enough food in the house, so I really had no money. So I had no time because I was in school, and I had no experience at all. I had no management. I had to do everything myself. So, but I wanted to do this pageant so bad that I saw those excuses and I thought, okay, these are challenges. This could be a problem, but what can I do to not let them stop me? So I actually saved money by seeking sponsors, and I even at one point there was a market and I sold candy bags on the market for €1, and I made the time by going to school and telling them about my plans and actually getting a little bit more time on some subjects, or just by working very, very hard. So how do you get rid of excusitis? And I'm gonna give you some examples for the most common excuses that they are. Starting with health. If you are healthy, and I'm talking about in general, like if, of course, you sometimes have a headache or flu, but if you're healthy in general, just be grateful, okay? I come from a family with a lot of sick people, and all I can say is that even though I do have a lot of headaches and often the flu, just be grateful, because yeah, not everybody is that healthy as you are. And if you're not healthy, so you have an illness or something that might hold you back in life, there are a lot of examples of people who had serious illnesses and still did a very good job in life, they still made their dreams come true. For example, Franklin Roosevelt, Stevie Wonder, and Beethoven, who was actually deaf. The guy was deaf and he made some of the most amazing music there is in this world. So around the subject of smarts. While you might be thinking, I'm not smart enough to do this, or I don't have the right skills, or I don't know how to do this. And all I can say about that is, first of all, often we overestimate people and underestimate ourselves. People who are at the point where you want to go, they didn't start with all the knowledge that they have now. And you can learn what they know right now. Actually, the internet is the most amazing thing in this, because everything you need to know, you can learn on the internet right now. Secondly, how you use your intelligence is actually much more important than how much intelligence you have. Einstein actually has a great quote if you're in doubt about your smarts, and that he felt that it was more important to use his mind to think than to use it as a warehouse for facts, than time. So we make a lot of excuses about how much time we have, and I get it, we only have that much hours in the day, and I want to do more than I can do in a day, always. Like, I want to achieve more and I want to do more, but okay, that's just the way it is. But you have to realize that we all have the same amount of hours we can spend in a day. It's not a question of how much time you have, it's a question of where your priorities lie. So check them, like literally check them, write them down, check how much time you spend on them, and then see how much time there's actually left, because often we don't realize that we spend a lot of time watching Netflix or YouTube. I'm so guilty of watching too much YouTube on a day, like today I did it again. But okay, plan your time the way you want your day to go and by priorities that you have. If you want to learn more about time scheduling and time blocking, look at my video about it. I have a video about how I plan and how I set my goals in my planning. So if you want to know more about that, please see the link in the description down below. Now, in my opinion, often what lies behind excuses is actually fear. It might be the fear of change, because if you achieve this goal, it could change your whole life. Or the fear of success. And yes, this is a real fear, and most people actually have this. They fear success because they feel like they're not deserving, or they don't know what will come with it, or they always learned that making money or being a big deal was a bad thing. Or it might be the fear of failure, and I actually think this is one of the most common ones. It means that you don't go for a goal because what if you don't achieve it? What if you fail? This personally for me was a very big fear, and it still is to be honest, but I make the fear of not trying even bigger. So here is my advice. Write down your dreams. Write down what the excuses are for not going after them, and then see what lays behind these excuses. And you will often see that these excuses or the fear behind them actually is a load of crap. I just said it. It's a load of crap. You deserve the life you want. You deserve to go after your dreams, and believe me, if you're determined, if you stop making excuses, and if you plan your goals, you will achieve them. We all have this inside voice of doubt in our heads, but it's your job to tell it when it's wrong. And believe me, the dreams and goals you have are not there to taunt you. They're there for a reason. So my question for you today is, what is your goal and what is the excuse that you used to make for it? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications. And I will see you next time. In the meantime, don't forget that you're awesome. I'm not saying that excuses And I'm not saying that the excuses think you should never let your excuses stop. Excuses. If you achieve this dream, your whole life might be changing. My English.